Reds. Welcome back to another episode of Liverpool Latest. My name is Matt. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like on it, as well as leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to never miss an upload. We always post on this channel nearly every single day with plenty of news, rumors, commentary, opinions, so on and so forth. Thankfully, today, I have some positive news to talk about. Liverpool have a match was played today in the Champions League, and Liverpool have won that match 3-0 against Marseille in what was a very solid victory. Now, let me step back a second and tell you, I did not watch the full match, unfortunately. I caught the highlights. I unfortunately do not have access to the Champions League at this moment in time. When I do, Lord knows I'll be able to go more in depth. But from what I saw and what I read and what I was hearing on the timeline from social media feeds, this match was very impressive all around. Everybody played their part exceptionally well from a defensive and offensive point of view. I mean, after all, we did win 3-0. Especially away, which is a shock in itself. I mean, we struggle at home, which we shouldn't, but when we're away, it seems like we're pretty solid. And it propels us to now 4th place with 15 points in the Champions League, thus putting us in the round of 8, which I believe gives us a bye when the knockout rounds begin. At least I think that's how that works. That's how I read it recently, and I think I even explained it to you guys in the last video. But I'm pretty sure we have a bye. We will have a day off, thank God. I'm sure we all need it. I'm sure the boys need it, and there's not a whole lot I could say that I won't already talk about throughout the course of the video. First and foremost, something that kind of surprised me when I was reading the lineup for the match. Konaté was not playing today. Joe Gomez took that spot. Initially, I was a bit surprised, and then I did a little digging as to why. It seems like Konaté is having a personal matter right now, a family matter, and it's a real shame. It's very sad. Arne Slot made it very clear that football was not in his forefront of his mind, and he wanted to be there for his family with whatever was going on over there. And there's no specifics as to what that was, and quite frankly, I don't think any of us need specifics. And I talk about this for a couple of reasons. One, despite the fact that I have been very critical of Konaté for a multitude of different reasons, both on and off the field, what I will say is that these players are human, and any sort of tragedy or issues that they are having in their personal lives, while it is none of our business, I still think as fans as loyal fans of such a very admired club, we should always be there for them and show our support. So this is my way of saying to Konaté, not saying he'll ever watch this, but, as critical as I have been, I hope whatever is happening in his personal life with his family is going to be okay, and I extend my well wishes to him. Now, here's where I talk about it from a play point of view. I mentioned how Joe Gomez played a role today, and it goes to show from Slot's comments leading up to the match that clearly, if it was up to him, Konaté is the first choice in that position with Van Dijk. I think that's been pretty evident all season. I think he's running those two ragged, if I'm being 100% honest. But for better or worse, he is the top two choices in the center back position. And but the fact that Joe Gomez was chosen and played again exceptionally well today, think it shows that he is reliable, he's trusted, and despite how the criticisms we have of Slot to be very stubborn in changing who he puts on the pitch to start the match, I believe that he made a good choice with Gomez, and I believe that the words he talked about with Gomez were very endearing at times. What I don't like, though, is the Gomez hasn't played much, quote unquote, for obvious reasons. That comment kind of bothered me a little bit. Um, there have been times where Gomez has been very exceptional in the defensive positions we have placed him in throughout the years. Is he reliable in terms of health? Not necessarily, but when he is put on the pitch, he does his job. I remember years ago, a couple of years ago, when we faced Arsenal at one point in the season, Joe Gomez was one of the reasons why I think it was Saliba he was up against. Why Saliba was having such a problem in that match. It was like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was very impressed by that. So, not to say that Joe Gomez is not good at his job. I understand why he's not first choice, but if he is ever a choice at all, I think you expect quality out of him for the most part. I still hope that he gets that goal. I just want him to get one goal. That's all I want. If we ever have a penalty and Joe Gomez is playing, give it to fucking Gomez, because that man deserves a goal at this point. I don't care how he gets it at this rate. But yeah, definitely was a very surprising move for Slot to throw him in there, though. But absolutely stellar job from him today. Even Salah had some comments in regards to it, and the fact that he was also very admirable towards Gomez in his words. So very, very, very impressive job all around for Gomez. And again, to Konaté, we wish you well, my friend. Please take good care of yourself and your family. A couple of key things I wanted to talk about in this, as far as the players go, or the impact players, as I am calling them, because frankly, we had quite a few of them. I think it goes without saying that Dominic Szoboszlai has been one of those players. He had a very hilarious goal today, which was poorly defended by Marseille, if I'm being honest with you. I'm shocked that, with all the times that Dom has hit the ball high to go for like a big aerial attempt at a free kick, the fact that he went low this time and the other players on Marseille were not prepared to defend it, like there was no player on the bottom of the wall, as the commentators put in the highlights I was watching, whew, that was just embarrassing. I watched that, and I watched that goal happen online, and I laughed. I genuinely laughed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way that they actually let that go through. It was like practically, there was like no, I don't know how to explain it. There was not like any finesse to it. It was just like bouncing and kind of wild, and I guess the goaltender was not prepared for it. He expected it to go high as well, and by the time he realized it was already too late. So it is what it is. Of course, he's been easily one of our best set piece guys when it comes to the offensive side of things. So he actually won man of the match today for both the, I think it was the official Champions League account posted something that he was man of the match from that aspect, and he was also the Liverpool man of the match as well today. So congratulations to Dominic Szoboszlai. Absolutely stellar performance as always. Jeremy Frimpong, man. We don't talk about him enough. I'm going to give this man his flowers. Since coming back from injury, Frimpong has been an absolute menace at right back. Okay? He's a constant threat from an attacking point of view as well as a defending as well. The fact that he didn't score that second goal, it was called an own goal on Marseille, is shameful, because that was all Frimpong. That man is very offensive minded, which is very reminiscent of Trent in a way, which I like. So I really like Frimpong here. Really another stellar performance from him. I can't say enough good things about it. Ekitike, changed his hair, by the way. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I kind of was used to like the frosted tips at the beginning of the season. Then it went full dark. Now it's kind of like full blonde. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. It's a very weird look for him. I kind of like the tip. If you ask me, the frosted tips was like his best look. But here's the deal. Ekitike was an offensive threat throughout the course of the game, even scoring a goal, which was unfortunately not allowed due to the fact that he was offside. For some reason, Ekitike has been having a lot of problems with that lately, if you've noticed, from my point of view of watching. So that's kind of a bummer, and I think he needs to figure out what to do there because he's been finding himself in a lot of offside positions lately, and it's been costing us a lot of opportunities from the press perspective. But this time, he actually did score. Unfortunately, it was ruled offside. I think it was a VAR check that they had about it. But that doesn't discredit the fact that he was a constant offensive threat. Had a couple of other attempts. One of them hit the crossbar, which shattered my soul a little bit when I was watching that in the highlights. I was like, "Ah, oh, god damn it! Of all the things, it had to be the crossbar." Hurt. It really, really hurt. Kirkes. I don't think we have. Listen. I was talking mad shit about Kirkes in the beginning of the season because he just was not looking good in the left back position. But this is where I got to eat my crow. This is where I have to eat crow for this because I was wrong about Milos Kirkes. And he had a very great performance at left back, was very good with defending. Definitely helped out in that regard. I believe he also had a couple of he also helped out with the offense a little bit from what I could tell with the highlights. So all in all, from what I understand, very solid performance all around for him. Definitely coming into his own at that position finally, which is a relief in itself. It's nice to see that a lot of our key players that we signed are coming into their own now. Frimpong has finally come into his rhythm at right back. Kirkes at left back. Vert has been doing well for the last several games, so it took him some time too. But after that first goal he had, or even before that, after that assist he had going to the goal, and then as it kind of was a snowball effect of fantastic performances from an offensive and creative perspective from an offense. So, and of course, I can't say enough about the defense as far as Allison. Allison did a fantastic job. He was in some positions that kind of scared me a little bit when I was watching it back, and I was like, whew, I'm surprised he saved that. But because Marseille was they were pressing a lot. They did have a majority of the possession throughout the match from the statistics I saw, and which is shocking because our whole shtick this season is control-focused football. And while we had less percentage of possession, we had more quality in terms of how we, cut through defenses and, pressed up the pitch. So all in all, I'm very happy all around. So if you ask me, if I'm going to call a man of the match, man, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of between Szoboszlai and Kirkes a little bit. Even Frimpong could go in there. It's kind of like a tie between the three. I personally can't choose. If it was up to me, I'm probably going Szoboszlai just because I think he had the all-around better performance of the three. But that's not to discredit Frimpong and Kirkes either. I think they've done an exceptional job as well today, and I can't say enough good things about them. So it begs the question, do you have hope? Do you believe that Liverpool could win the Champions League this year? A Delulu question to ask, yes, but a logical one at that. We are 5 wins in our last 4 outings in the Champions League, which is shocking, considering the run that we've had in the Premier League. But we've been doing very well in the Champions League. We're 4th place now in that top 8. And I want to say we're going to make a run. I don't know if we're going to win. Arsenal still kind of has a chokehold on both leagues right now, for better or worse, whether anyone likes to admit it or not. My only hope is they collapse. I do hope Liverpool make a run similar to how they did last year when they unfortunately would be caught up in the semifinals. And I believe that's probably where, as far as right now goes, I believe that is where our destiny lies, is the semifinals. I don't believe we'll make the finals of the Champions League. If we do, great. If we win, fan-fucking-tastic. Can't say I will literally that day I will come on to this show with a damn whiskey bottle in my hand, piss drunk out of my mind, and the happiest you will ever see me. Mark my words, that is what will happen if we win the Champions League. That's what happened if I'll do that even for the FA Cup at this rate, because I know the Premier League is done for. But mark my words, we have a very drunk celebration inbound for either of those options. Whether I should have said that out loud if Oliver and Jason are watching, don't take it personal. I mean, I'm not being serious. Maybe half serious. We gotta have some fun here on the show. Always keep it professional, though. We always keep it professional. But anyway, I appreciate you guys checking me out today on Liverpool Latest. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and leave a comment with your thoughts down below. And, of course, don't forget, subscribe, because we post here every single day. And when you're a part of the Liverpool Latest family, know that you will never walk alone. Until next time, my friends.